Hi, today we're going to review 3-digit addition with expanded form. Please get out a whiteboard marker eraser or something that you can use to write with. Let's begin with 234 plus 522. I'm going to go ahead and make my chart that helps me separate my hundreds, tens, and ones. We do this in the classroom, so you should know what to do. I make my hundreds, tens, and ones, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull apart 234 in expanded form. 234. And then I'll do the same to 522. 522. I'll put my line there, and I always like to put a plus sign there to remind myself what the action is that I'm doing. I'll start in the ones place, and I'll add 4 plus 2, that's 6. I'll go to the tens place, I'll add 30 and 20, that's 50. And now I'll add 200 plus 500, that's 700. I'll look closely at the numbers to make sure that I don't need to do any regrouping. This can only have ones, this can only have tens, and this needs to stay at hundreds for now. So it's perfect. The answer is 756. I'll write it here. Now I'll go ahead and I'll solve 412 plus 329. Again, I'll get my little chart ready. It helps me stay organized and focused, and I'm able to get the right answer more often than not when I have my little chart set up. So here I go. I'll start with 412. I'm writing it in expanded form. I'm pulling it apart. And then I'll do 329, 320, and 9. Now I'll go to the ones place and I will add the numbers in the ones place. 2 plus 9 is 11. I'll go to the tens place. 10 and 20, that's 30. And then I have 400 and 300, and that's 700. Now I'm going to go back to the ones place and make sure there's only ones here. Now I've got what we call in class, we call it a red alert, a problem. This is a 1 and it gets to stay because this is the ones place. But this is a 10. And I need this 10 to be pushed over to the tens place. So I'll get rid of it there and I'll add it there. So now I'm adding a 30 and a 10, and that gets me 40. 40 is perfect. I leave it there. Everything else is great. My final answer is 741, and I'll write it there. Okay. That's called regrouping. Okay, so now I'll solve 681 plus 383. I will make my chart. That helps me stay organized and focused, and it helps me get the right answer. Hundreds, tens, ones. I will pull apart 681. That's expanded form, 600, 80, and 1. Now I'm going to pull apart 383 in expanded form, 300, 80, and 3. And I will go ahead and make my line there, just like that. And I'll go to the ones place and I'll start adding. So 1 plus 3, 4. 80 plus 80, 160. I always tell the kids, if they find that it's difficult to add 80 and 80, add 8 plus 8, and then throw a 0 at the bottom of it. So that makes 160. And then 600 plus 300 is 900. Okay. Now I'll go back and I'll evaluate each answer to determine if there's a red alert or not. This can only be ones, that's great. This can only be tens, and I already see I have a red alert problem. There's 100 here. I'm going to grab the 100 and push it over here to the hundreds. Get rid of it there. Now I have 60 here, and 900 and 100 is 1,000. Ooh, I made a tricky problem there, right? So now I have 1,064. So that looks like this. Oh boy, I gave you a challenge problem there. Now let's do one last problem. This is going to be a challenge. I'm going to give you that little clue right now, but that's okay. You're smart enough to handle it. Chart. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Pull apart 267. 267. 268. 268. Remember, if you think I'm going too fast, pause the video. You have the power to pause. All right, now I'm going to add 7 plus 8, and that is 15. Now I'm adding 60 plus 60, and that is 120. 6 plus 6 is 12. Throw in the 0. 200, 200, 400. So far, that's easy. Now I'm going to look to see if there's any red alerts. This can stay here because it's a 1, but this is a 10. I need to push the 10 over to this. And now 120 is 130. Now I come here and, oh my goodness, it's a double red alert. This 100 needs to get pushed over to the 400. And so now this is 500 because 100 plus 400 is 500. So now the answer is 535. That was double, oops, kind of messed up right there. Double regrouping, 535. So this is another strategy you can practice. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Practice makes perfect.